which will serve as a quorum. And I have the superintendent's pay here, which I will, no burials?
No burials. I was having them left and right and nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it works.
That's exactly the way it works.
Have you heard anything from Tufts?
No, nothing.
They had their service at Tig Hamilton a week ago, Saturday,
Okay.
a week back. And I went this Saturday thinking it was this Saturday, and it wasn't. It was the week before. They
Okay.
had somebody else's this day. So I had a call from that family asking about stuff, and I said, well, when you know, a little more. And at that point, Herb had died, but Sandy hadn't, but they were waiting for it.
Yes.
Sandy died on Tuesday last week, and they had the service on Saturday for both of them. But I think they were being cremated, and I talked to the daughter-in-law about, this and that. Of course, I don't know her, and she doesn't know me, but I explained that I did know them, and I did know I had her husband in the 3rd grade in school, so.
Okay.
Oh, you knew them? I said, yes. Anyway, so I don't know, we'll see what, something comes of that at some point.
I had the burial Saturday
What
at
was that?
North. Doreen Picarillo.
Oh,
That's,
Vincent's wife?
who?
Vincent's wife?
No, this is
Oh, this is the
daughter-
sister-in-law.
the daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law, okay,
Daughter-in-law.
okay, from that other couple,
Yes.
yeah, okay,
Very little hardly, you can't tell nothing up the north.
yeah,
When I figured it would be a nightmare, it's in the Quaker section, and
yeah.
put plywood down and to get in on that lowest end
And that was a full,
was a full burial, and
okay,
we dug it early, and
yeah,
very little, anything that's there will basically rake out with a lawn rake,
yeah,
which is, I
Good.
figured it would be a disaster, but it wasn't. Gotta win one once in a while.
hey, sometimes it works.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, it was on the end that's easier to get to.
Yeah, it was wide open.
Yeah.
Wide
it's
open end.
open to get to that place, so,
And they pulled out in the field and there was no damage out there.
from people
think-
parking.
Yeah, I think it stopped soon and it must have just drained in enough,
Yeah.
good enough that there was
Yeah.
no problem, so.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I sold 2 graves down the south to
What?
Lucy Ayers.
Oh, the two that she wanted on the end of that road.
Yeah, nearest her mother and father and
Yeah,
her brother and sister.
yeah, yeah. Where we talked about.
Yes, and so I
Okay.
met her down there on,
Those are for her and Mary Ann, I guess,
yes, and others too.
and anybody else.
Because I think they're getting, sound like they're getting
Hmm?
cremations, I think.
Yeah,
That's what, and that's her sister, Mary Ann, right? Mary Ann's her sister, right? Which, they grew up in town.
she had a stroke and she's in bad shape.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, she's been in bad shape for 2 years,
I didn't know
2 or
that.
3 years, yeah.
Isn't she was when they were, the pipeline, she was in here at the.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, she worked the pipeline big.
okay.
She lives in Sterling,
Yes, okay.
and she had been in a nursing home, but Phyllis took her home to her house, and she's been living at home with them helping her.
Okay, because her son was there, Neil.
Oh, okay.
He came down to look with,
McLeod?
yes,
Okay,
he came down to
Okay.
look, and his,
yeah,
I showed him the other ones,
Yeah.
we had those new cremations,
Yeah.
and he told Lucy, he says, this is the closest you're gonna get to Grammy and Grampy.
that's what they wanted.
And,
And she, well, that's okay. Mary Ann is, I mean, she's holding on, and she keeps going, but she's not, I saw her one day, and she's really, I mean,
good and bad days.
well, she's lucid, but at the same time, she can't deal with too much at a time, and her hands are cold, or she, you know, she's
Yeah, the circulation.
different other things that she's and she's a wheelchair. She's basically a wheelchair person mostly, though they plop her in a chair and all that. But
Yeah.
she's not walking.
At least she's not bedridden.
No, it's tough. It's tough. At any rate, she's a little older than I am.
Okay. I didn't know.
2 or 3 years older than I am. But that's what's made this want to do something. So Lucy is set up for her and take care of herself too at the same time.
Yeah, well, if you want to stay together as a family,
Yeah.
you might, it's,
Is there anything else that we got for business? I don't know that we've got any pressing business at the moment. All the same stuff, but it's
Yeah.
a matter of when progress can be made.
yeah, those stones got done.
Hmm?
The stones in the center cemetery.
Yeah.
Got
The stones in the center cemetery have
Got
done.
reset.
We expect a bill on that, don't we?
I don't know.
Okay.
He didn't seem to have anything, it's almost like he was doing it,
Oh,
I'm not sure, but,
well, they should send us either a bill for us to pay, or a bill indicating paid in full, or done as a gift, so that we can send them a letter about thanking them for a gift that they can use for tax
tax
purposes.
purposes.
Because they can send us the amount that they would bill for that
Yeah.
work. They can send us that, and we can give them a letter from the town that they contributed that, and it's a tax write-off.
Tax, okay.
Okay, that's good. We got the 2 stones that were the biggest problem there, standing up again, particularly the one in the front. That was-
Yes, and that bottom piece is all one piece,
Yeah,
which,
Yeah.
because he showed it to me, and I said, okay, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody did some carving.
yeah. No, and that's a bigger stone than most of the stones in that cemetery.
Yeah, there's,
At any rate, that takes care of that one. I will mention that I've talked with the Hearst House Committee, and they're still working on things, and they have not solved the foundation problem to my satisfaction, but I don't know, they don't seem to be concerned, they're concerned about other things. And at this point, it's obviously not gonna happen this fall, but
No.
hopefully it'll happen in the spring. They have put the frame together down in South Berlin and make everything
down
fit.
at Village Power.
Yeah,
I saw the guy's truck there one day.
yeah, yeah. And they've actually got the roof tree inside the building set up, just the roof tree.
Okay,
And, but anyway, they've done that, so they know all that stuff fits, so they've got a variety of those things done, and, but we have to, work on money so we can continue as soon as they're ready in the spring. I don't think the cemetery commission has to worry about it right now, but there is an issue longer term that they've got to set it up a foot off the ground so it can breathe better. And
Oh, yes.
so it won't rot out the sills like it did the last time. And it was up a little bit then, but it wasn't enough, that's all. And, but we also want to have it accessible. So we're gonna have to, and what we should do is an earthen thing up to it, you know?
well, like the old barns used to have.
Yes.
Stone wall
Right,
with the earth,
yeah,
the dirt,
yeah, yeah.
the ramp that went up to let the cows in and out.
Yeah. But exactly how that's we're gonna have to spend some time figuring that out, because they have visions of coming off of the street and going to it or something, and that's not gonna leave us room a good way to turn a truck around in there or something.
Yeah,
If they-
that was before, that was one of the issues.
And that's one of the things that we have said we need to have, is the ability to take a vehicle in there and
You
turn
have to
around.
have
and
full
come out.
accessibility in there.
Yeah. And I'm not, I have to work on the accessibility thing. One thing about access is, it's kind of strange, but it's the truth. You have to do access to the building, but the access to the access route, we don't have any parking space for a handicap.
There's no place to
There's no
park.
place to do it, and any of that, so I don't know just how much you gotta do. I know that if a sidewalk goes up a steep hill, then it goes up a steep hill, that's all there is to it.
Yeah, look at the one that goes down to the school by the tennis courts there. That's,
Oh, that's not too steep.
no, it's still,
Yeah, it is, it probably would not meet handicap reg. I've never tested it for that. I know it wouldn't hit, now that you mention it. But if the ground, if you're going along the side of a street, and the street goes down this way, well, then the sidewalk goes down that way. And accessibility just, I'm sorry, there's just no way to handle that. But from where, if you have a parking space for handicapped, then you've gotta have a path from there to the
yeah,
to the facility, but I don't know, you can go in through the cemetery and roll down the grass. You're gonna have grass anyway, we're not gonna pave a road into it, so. But we do wanna use it for exhibits and stuff, so we wanna be able to claim it's accessible, so. That's an issue that lays on the table to be discussed some more.
yeah, you need to,
Yeah.
that has to be done right.
I need to pull out the regs and talk to somebody that knows more.
Yes.
Because it really is a situation where, hey, you can't do everything. You just can't do everything.
Well, and if you do it, you don't want to spend it and have it wrong. Do it and have it wrong. If you're gonna do it, you might as well have
Yeah.
it right.
And you can't make it so that it's totally unusable otherwise or something, you know. So anyway, that's the one thing that I see right now that can be an issue for the cemetery commission is how we handle access, how that's gonna be handled. Because we've got to, we approved previously the place to put it and all that, but we have to deal with the access
Yeah, and
part.
actually, when I was in there with my truck, even when it wasn't there, I didn't back up any further. I could pull in, pull down, back up, and
Yeah, turn
know,
and.
turn
come
and
on.
everything.
Yeah,
And that was about the same size as a 1-ton would be.
yes, it was.
So,
And that's what John had. John had a relatively long pickup that was the cemetery truck for quite a while. And it was a long wheelbase though for
probably had a 12-foot, 10 or 12-foot
Yeah.
bed on it as opposed to
Yeah.
an 8-foot bed.
yeah. And he took it in there and of course he was always using walk-behind mowers, but he would back it up to the hillside and take the mower off and go off and mow the place, then put it back on the truck.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah, worked fine,
You know, pushing like this, you're pushing
Yeah.
like this.
yeah. And it wasn't a ride-on mower, it was just, but that way he didn't have to lift it or
Yeah.
anything, he could just put it
Oh, I
on
don't,
the truck,
oh, yeah, absolutely.
carry it around that way, it worked very well for him. What he did at the cemetery, I don't know, but he may have backed up to the ramp and off into the building, I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
Might have been able to go off into the building with
Truck,
with his
ramp.
transom, with his tailgate. Anyway, that's that one. I don't know of anything else that's pending at the moment, do you?
Not off the top of my head.
Other than the driveways and all that, and
Yeah.
that's another matter, and
They think they're pretty much done.
we know that's
paving
not,
for the
at this point, none of that's gonna happen till spring, but I suppose we should chase that a little bit on that business.
And if that Hearst house goes in, maybe we need to look if there's something we need to do in there
Yeah,
before it goes in, where if you need a piece of
Oh.
equipment in there
yes,
to get in there and do,
yeah. Well, they'll be in and out of there with pickups and stuff. I don't think they'll have anything heavier.
no, but I mean for us, if there's something,
Yeah,
you know, if you need
yeah.
a machine in there for something.
I don't know. Of anything else that we've got for pending business that we've got to attend to today. And for that reason, I'm not gonna call Brenner and press to get her here and stuff. I will, other business will defer to a future meeting, and I don't think, I will take this and have her sign it and put it
Okay.
in. Save a copy. You've made copies of the rest of the stuff.
No, I haven't made copies of any of that.
Okay, all right, I'll make sure I make copies before I give it to, pass it in. Or you could take it and do it, and then you've got the copies you wanna get, so
Yeah, I'll take it.
maybe I'll do that,
I'll
have you do it.
I'll go down and see.
And give them to, have her sign it, and you can put it in and make the copies we want for the file. The party that I was talking to about that, if they were burying urns and stuff, I said, well, we could go to the, I could, if they want to, go to South Berlin, I could arrange that, because we've got the
Those 10 graves.
cremations only
Yeah.
line, we could
That line right
sell them
there.
something there if they really want to be in South Berlin rather than, and, because they live that end of town.
Yeah, they've lived in town for 35 years. How long have they lived in town, Barry?
Oh,
35 years?
must be 30 anyway.
Okay.
Because we had the kids in school. I had one of them in this room. I had both kids, one in 5th grade and one in 3rd grade. And they got to be 40. So it's at least 20 years ago that that was the case.
Case.
So they've been here, I would say, about 30 years. And they were just a little bit younger than I. I don't know anything about what illnesses or anything, but
Oh, I don't know either.
but I was trying to, I was just figuring out that if they really did want to be in South Berlin, we could, that's easy enough to do
Yeah.
with cremations. We can accomplish that fine. And, all righty. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.